Lena lay in bed, the dim glow of the nightlight casting eerie shadows across her room. The whispers had returned. They began softly, like a faint breeze, but grew louder, more insistent, gnawing at her sense of reality. A chill ran down her spine as she felt a presence lurking beneath her bed. Suddenly, a gnarled hand with sharp claws emerged, reaching towards her. Paralyzed by fear, Lena couldn't move. Her eyes were fixed on the monster below, its yellow eyes gleaming with malevolence.
In the mirror across the room, Lena saw herself, pale and wide-eyed. But then the reflection shifted. Behind her, a shadowy figure materialized, its hollow eyes locked onto her own. The figure raised its hands, mimicking her terrified expression. Lena watched in horror as the figure stepped out of the mirror, standing right behind her. She felt the cold breath of the demon on her neck as it raised its hands, copying her every move. The room grew colder and Lena's reflection multiplied. Now, 3 demons surrounded her, their hands all raised in mockery. She was drowning in her own fear, each demon a fragment of her shattered mind. Then there were 2, and one of them looked just like her. A distorted version of herself, holding up her hands in helpless surrender.
Time blurred as Lena's reality twisted further. She found herself at a carnival, smiling for a photo with Goat. But as the camera clicked, the goat's eyes turned red, and its face contorted into a grotesque demon. It whispered in her ear, its hot breath sending shivers down her spine. She couldn't escape it. It was always there, lurking in her mind, a relentless reminder of her inner turmoil. Back in her bedroom, Lena's eyes darted to the bed. The demon from her nightmares was back, its yellow eyes piercing through the darkness. It reached out, pulling her into the abyss of her own mind. The world around her crumbled, leaving her trapped with her demons, manifestations of her deepest fears and unrelenting mental illness.
Lena couldn't tell what was real and what was fake. Her black cat now had piercing yellow eyes, staring at her from under the bed. Its gaze was both familiar and foreign, a new layer to her terror. As she closed her eyes, the scene shifted violently, and Lena found herself in a wasteland that looked like hell. A demon with 4 horns stood amidst the desolation, its presence overwhelming. She felt the weight of despair, the crushing sense of hopelessness that often accompanied her darkest moments. Before she could process the horror, the landscape twisted again. Now she faced a 2-headed demon, each head resembling the fierce visage of dragons, roaring and spewing flames. The ground beneath her feet felt scorching, the air thick with suffocating heat. It was as if her mind was on fire, each thought consumed by the inferno of her anxiety and depression. In a final shift, Lena was back in her room, but the terror hadn't ended. A tall, dark, slender man walked slowly towards her bed, his form blending with the shadows. His presence was suffocating, and Lena felt the walls closing in. She braced herself for the worst, her heart pounding in her chest. The man represented the ever-present dread, the anxiety that never left her side. But then, as suddenly as it had begun, the nightmare dissolved. Lena found herself standing on a beach at sunset. The sky was painted with hues of orange and pink, the waves gently lapping at the shore. The warmth of the sun touched her skin, and she breathed a sigh of relief. She finally realizes she needs help. She will not let this mental illness rob her of one more second of this vacation. She knows it's time to ask for help. Seek out someone Lena knows can help. She then remembered her friend telling her of a person she found online. She knew once she gets back to the hotel she would find the right person that can help with her mental illness.
Mental illness can make you feel trapped, like Lena. It can create fears and images that feel very real. Let's talk about some common mental illnesses. 1. Anxiety. This can make you feel very scared and worried even when there's nothing to be afraid of. It can make your heart race and your stomach hurt. 2. Depression. This can make you feel very sad and hopeless. You might not want to do anything, even things you used to enjoy. It can feel like a heavy weight is on you all the time. 3. Bipolar disorder. This causes big mood swings. You might feel super happy and full of energy, and then very sad and tired. These changes can be really hard to manage. 4. Obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD. This makes you have unwanted thoughts and fears that make you do certain actions over and over again, like washing your hands or checking things. 5. Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. This happens after something very scary or traumatic. It can make you feel like you are reliving the scary event and can make you very anxious or afraid. If you ever feel like you're struggling with these feelings, it's important to talk to someone. You are not alone. There are people who can help you, like friends, family, teachers, or counselors. If you need to talk to someone right now, please call 1-800-6662-HELP 4357. Remember, asking for help is a brave and important step. Don't hesitate to reach out.